Hello, boils and ghouls. It's your host, the most Benjamin Dutil, your awesome host for the Horror Heathen YouTube channel and the South Jersey Horror Podcast. Today, I am joined by a very, very talented actress, Lisa Chandler, who plays in the really creepy movie alongside Nicolas Cage, Longlegs, which was released last year. And this movie, not gonna lie, scared the shit out of me the first time I watched it. It's a really creepy movie, and seeing how I do have a master's degree in criminal justice, so I did take a couple courses in psychological, criminal psychology, criminal psychology. That's the one. I can't talk today. What's going on? So I'm tongue tied. I'm starstruck. I'm sorry. So it's a and which gave me a deeper understanding behind Nicolas Cage's character in this movie. But we're not here to talk about Nicolas Cage. We're here to talk about Lisa Chandler and her role as Mother Camera. And I'm gonna shut up now because I tend to talk too much. So let's reel her in. Lisa, thank you so much for joining me today. How the hell are you doing?
I'm doing well. That was a great intro. I loved it.
I try. So,
That's awesome.
um,
Can people
so
see us
by
right now, by the way? Can people see us or
no,
no?
we're not. We're
Because
not live. This is just.
I'm
It's
just
just.
gonna describe for your audience. He has a Michael Myers, an amazing, what is it? It's like a 6 foot doll with the knife with blood running from the eyes. It's so cool. I love the
That's
whole wall behind you. It's all very Michael Myers. Oh, it's great. I'm just looking at all the detail. It's fantastic. Anyways, continue.
appreciate
That
it.
was
And
great.
that is a 6'2" animatronic that my wife got for me for Halloween last year. So
Nice.
yeah, it moves back and forth, plays
Oh, very
music.
cool.
It's from Halloween too. So
Yeah.
as you can tell, I'm a huge Michael Myers fan. I love Michael
Yep.
Myers and the Halloween franchise. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Stop talking about Halloween. I will not shut up about Halloween. So, so I just want to point out by far this is one of the scariest movies I watched in 2024. Um,
Yes. Excellent.
because like I said, I had a thing for serial killers and crime, which people think I'm crazy. So, but the connections made in this movie are just uncanny. I mean, the cults, the dolls, the blaming of the devil, and its influence is nuts. So, anyway, if you could please enlighten us how you started your magnificent acting career and how you got involved with this weird movie.
Oh God, that's a big one. Loaded question. Well, how I got involved in the movie is actually just a little bit more interesting. So I act and do stunts at the same time. Depending on the role, sometimes I do one or the other, but this was a stunt actor role. So I put it on tape, auditioned for it, and the stunt coordinator, Fraser Corbett, threw me in with the wolves with the casting directors and the producers to look at my tape, and I got casted as Mother Camera. But I've never worked with this production team before. Uh, it was an amazing experience. I've worked with them actually a couple times after, but I literally I just did a read, and then I just let the camera roll actually for my audition piece. And I just kind of dragged it out a little bit where it was kind of awkward. And I guess I hooked them. I guess that's kind of how I got them. But the scene that I put on tape was actually when my other camera was in the bedroom and she is stabbing at the doll.
Mhm.
I kind of drew it out a little bit and just did my own thing, my own rendition of it. But it was a couple other pieces of dialogue kind of merged together to make it a audition piece. But yeah, it was interesting reading the script. I've read scripts before I stepped on set, before I got an idea of how the director was going to work. And I was like, this is interesting. This is either a hit or miss, I'll be honest. It's either going to go one way or the other way. And you hope for the best, you think you're going to be in like
Yep.
great things, but then you're just like, okay, this is far-fetched. And then when I got on set, it wasn't until halfway through the day where I was like, oh, this is cool. This is very cool. This is something different. This is something that's unique. We shot it on film. The scenes that we were shooting, the flashback was on film versus digital. And just talking with Oz, I was like, yeah, you get it. You get this. This is cool. And he wrote and just talking to him and about his story. But that's my involvement first and how I got into the show. But Just even the audition piece, it was very interesting, very interesting. And yeah, I just like that I let the camera roll, and which was a cool thing because when we were shooting that scene, Oz actually just rolled the camera and he just let me kind of went to town and just did my own thing. And then he just gave me the odd, but that scene was actually drawn out. Obviously, editing, you chuck a lot on the floor, but it was it was really interesting to just be an artist, just do your own thing, and we're just gonna roll camera. You just do your own thing. I'm like, okay, that's very rare, especially on film. It's very expensive. So yeah, I had a great time working on that film. A great time. Yeah.
Looks like it. I mean, like your death scene. Did you know that it's paying homage to The Shining?
No, I didn't.
It is. It is. It's paying homage to The
Well,
Shining.
I know it is, but it
So
isn't. It's
yeah.
our it's Oz's world, but I know it's very kind of similar with the whole axe and all that. We actually shot that as a oneer, that whole sequence.
Really,
Yeah. So
that's
that
amazing.
whole scene was choreographed. So the priest walks in, the dad comes in, priest walks around the corner. Um, he hits him with the axe, falls down. We shot the entire thing as basically like a play, as a oneer. And what you can't see is where I'm looking at the lens, which is the doll. Um, right behind camera, we have five people standing pressed up against the wall. Sun was going down. We had one take to do this. We had one like moments to get this because the light, um, our DP, he was very adamant about using as much natural light as possible. Oz really wanted to get in one shot, and with stunts all the time. Hurry up and get your shot. Get stunts is just kind of like thrown at the last minute. Get it, let's get it, wrap it up, go. So we had one take. We had our special effects guy down below with a cannon with blood. We had our stunt coordinator down below ready to hook up the shackle on my back to change the two axes from just a prop axe to the actual axe. So it's hooked onto my back so he could drag me out. So there's they kind of caught it up in the editing room, but what happens is when he throws the axe in my back, he actually drags me slowly all the way back around the corner, all the way towards the kitchen. And then there's just like a trail of blood, and we just let the camera run. So we shot all that. It was great. But in the edit, obviously it's like kind of a flashback, so they kind of chopped up a little bit. But yeah, there was a lot of moving pieces for that shot, a lot, just to get that one take.
It's like you had the most messed up death scene I've ever seen in a horror film. I
Cool,
mean,
great.
I've
I'm
seen
like
I've seen some
honored.
I've seen some bloody death scenes, and this one just it's the top of the cake, man. I'm telling you,
Good,
because
good.
Oz did such a great job directing this film. I mean, and by far, it's one of my 20. It's one of my favorite for 2024. I mean,
Great.
I just like I said, I watched it 5 times already because it's such a good movie. Um, but like your death scene, like Jesus Christ, man. I mean, he didn't waste any time, showing these death scenes at all, man.
No, no. And we went to town too. Like just the timing of everything. We had to just execute it. So we literally just committed with everything, acts, everything, striking, because we couldn't really go again. We had a feeling we couldn't go again. So we just balls to the wall, as they say. So we went for it. It was great. It was fun to shoot. I had a blast shooting it. It was awesome.
I bet. Just for the record, for the audience out there, if you have not seen this movie, the first minute and 30 seconds is your first death scene. And you're gonna be like, what the F, man? What just happened?
Who was the first one that died again? Remind me.
The FBI agent who got shot in
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
face
yeah, 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 yeah.
or shot in the
Dakota.
forehead.
Dakota. Dakota's a friend of mine. Yeah, that was gnarly. Yeah, when he goes right in, boom, right at the
Because I
front
was
door.
watching it, I went to see it in the theater. I had did I hesitate to go watch this in the theater when I heard about it. And first minute and a half, I'm like, I was
Yeah,
like, what the F, man? And everybody's like, it was, oh my God. I
yeah.
mean,
Your
it's just, and
heart rate spiked for sure. Watching it carry her all the way through, all the way up to the house, top of the bedroom. Oh yeah, great. The intensity of it was top notch for sure.
yeah, absolutely. And from then on out, after that minute 30, it was just phenomenal. I mean, the directing, the acting, everything was the stunts was just top notch. I mean, I can brag about this movie forever because it's so good. Um,
Mhm.
anyway, you didn't tell us how you started acting, though. I mean, if you
Oh
really want to
yes.
get that, I mean, because you also with one of my favorite sci-fi shows, Alter Carbon. Love that show too.
Ah, did
I
you
do
watch
love
both
that.
seasons? Did you watch one
I
and
s-
two?
I watched one, love season one,
Yeah.
and I started watching season two. I'm like, it's starting to sway away from me a little bit. So I'm gonna revisit season two. Um, just because as the season one was so good, but season two it's still on my list to watch.
Hmm. Do it. It's worth it. It's great. It's great. Yeah, I was only in season one, but that was a fun shoot. Here's a little fun fact. So my body was completely casted because we had to shoot certain scenes in a river in like March, I think it was, end of February, March. And the water temperature, I think, was hovering around like 4 degrees, 5 degrees. It's Fraser River. So it's like brack water, half fresh, half salt. So it's a little bit colder than the ocean. So they casted my full body. And then I own that cast now. So it's like when they pulled me out into the morgue, that body there. So that whole slab was not me. It was a body
Right,
body
right.
double of me basically. So I ended up, and here's a funny story. So my husband calls me and he's like, "Hey, did you know that your body is being sold on an online auction?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." So I had at the same time I'm on the phone with him, I had multiple friends text me like, "Hey, your body's being sold at an online auction." And what happened was the guy who did my prosthetic, Bill, he unfortunately passed away and all his whole shop. She didn't really have anything to do with film. So a auction house came over, took it, and then they threw it on like all these pieces on an online auction. I was like, oh, I don't really know if I want to have someone owning my body. It's weird. So I literally was, I was at my mom's house. I was visiting her and I came out of the shower and I'm wearing a towel and I'm on the phone with him and I can watch the online auction. I'm like, buy it right now. Put a bid in and buy it. And he's like making a bid and you could see other people make bids. And then I was like, just get it. And he ended up getting the last bid and we own the doll. So doll, whatever you want to call it, body double. But it's wild. It is so heavy. It's because it's got steel rods across the chest and the spine,
Right.
everything. The arms are all metal and they move, but it's wild. I think it weighs like 130 pounds. The latex and the prosthetic of it is beautiful, meaning the detail. There's like skin in between the hands, the toes, everything. It was carved in such a beautiful way. It's very impressive that someone actually took the detail to like cuticles and put all the hair in. It's amazing. Anyways, that's a little fun fact of the show that I bought myself.
So your character was the one that fell from the Sky City, right? The one that decided.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Well,
okay. Took me a second.
the one that fell, that was actually me. So we did a drop. I did a full drop into boxes for that shoot. So we had camera up top following slow-mo with a phantom. And then the dropping into the water, that was me. The only time you see this body was in the morgue being pulled out. And when we shot in the Fraser River, there was a gentleman and his son in a boat, and they poke at it with a paddle. That was the dummy.
And
That's it.
I love the show. The imagination put into that show was just great.
Oh, I
I
know.
mean,
It's
it was
great.
just it
Yeah.
because I can't remember the lead actor. I can't remember his name. The tall guy, the short brown
Joel
hair.
Kinnaman. Joel
Yeah, yeah,
Kinnaman. Yeah.
great actor. And um,
Fantastic actor, actually. Like
yeah, yeah.
he's very talented. Yeah.
He's also in The Killing, which I like watching too. So
Yeah. Both shot
another
here in
good show.
Vancouver.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. I did finally watch both seasons of that one too. So
Yeah. The Killing's a great show. Love it. Yeah.
so after reading the script for your role as Mother Canberra, knowing what you were getting into, how did you prepare for that role? How did you prepare for your destiny?
I think I prepared more physically than mentally just because of the sequence of how we were shooting it. Just because it was more about the stunt versus emotional like preparation. We had so many beats to prepare for physically, like this person comes in here, this person comes here, hook on this. So I'm more prepared for that. But in terms of the character to die, when I read it, I liked it. I thought it made sense. I thought it aligned with the story. I thought it made sense um for everything else to kind of fall in place with the camera family. She kind of it like it just it read well. It didn't seem too far fetched, but also but also because it's the mom being murdered, it was very jaunting and shocking for sure. Um, yeah, I really liked reading it and coming to terms with it, but I really liked prepping for the physical aspect of it. Yeah, the
Oh, of
whole
course,
preparation of it.
being a stunt woman, who would be prepared,
Yeah, yeah, it was
who
great.
would
It
be
was
ready for a
awesome.
scene like that? I mean, it's like me being, a host. I'm like, who would not be want to do, be on a YouTube channel and not interview actors? I mean,
Exactly.
it's, that's great. So, to me, seeing Nicolas Cage's movie is quite disturbing.
Hmm.
Um, I wasn't expecting to be his character to be like that. So, what can you tell us what the experience was like working with him?
I'll be honest, I didn't really work with him. I passed him like literally at the trailers when we were working on set. I didn't get to work with him, so I wish I had more time with him, to be honest, or time at all. But hearing the stories of people working with him on set, and he's obviously very polite and very creative, and he likes to contribute as much as he can to the film and making his character as strong as possible and making the story as strong as possible. I loved hearing that versus saying, oh, he was a dick or this or that. I heard nothing but great things about him. I just wish I got to work with him. I did go to the premiere in LA, so it was nice to hear him talk, with Micah and Alicia and Oz at the front of the stage, and hear them talk about all of our creative process. But unfortunately, I didn't get to work with them. But until next time,
Well,
you
there's a
never
sequel,
know.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Longlegs 2, The Resurrection. Who knows? I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. Yeah.
okay, so what was like work with like Macon Monroe, Alicia Witt, guy who was the
Yeah,
and the director Oz? What was like working on three of those?
all three of them were great. I've worked with Alicia a couple times. I worked with her on a couple Hallmark movies here, actually, in Vancouver. I actually stunt doubled her a couple times, and she's lovely. And she's a musician, and she's insanely talented. And then I worked with her doubling on oh God, it was another what was another show here that we shot? Oh, Supernatural. I doubled her on
Okay.
Supernatural a couple times. Yeah, that was fun. It was my first time working with Micah. She was lovely. She was great. Got to chat with her. She's quite the athlete, actually. She was a kite surfer, I believe. Yeah, she did a lot of water work, which we kind of connected on because I love to do water stuff as well. And then working with Oz was fantastic. I just love hearing his passion for film come out in between takes, and just how he wrote the film in between working on two other projects. And he just was like, I'm just going to shoot this until I get my other project going. And this movie was obviously a large hit for him, big success. So it was nice to just kind of shoot the shit with all of them in a nice, chill, relaxed setting, even though we're making something crazy and wild and, you know, horrifying. But it was just nice to kind of relax and just breathe and have fun.
I think crazy, horrifying, and wild is an understatement for this movie.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, it's a horror, but at the
huge to
same
say
time,
it.
we're laughing and having fun and you know, just living life. At the end of the world, we're making film. We're not, it's all make believe. It's all fun at the end of the day. It's fun.
I know, but having that kind of, I want to say being in that mindset for that kind of movie though. I mean, was there a way you had to decompress at all, or just it just went natural?
No, it's pretty natural. I just kind of get in the car and drive home kind of thing. But um, there's there's scenes that I love being around and remembering how they shot it. When we shot the exterior of the house, the just being quiet and like the mood and having atmosphere come in, and you just stand back and you just look at the whole setting. It was very eerie, and it just had a nice uncomfortable feeling to it, knowing that we were making something really cool. It's like, cut, okay, great. Let's go over here. Even though that's kind of how the world is, but we're in this like easing in space of uncomfortableness and just kind of owning it in a weird, calm, collective way. We shot it a couple times. And the reason why we're in a calm place is because we're shooting on film. And when you work on film, you got to be quick and you got to be calm, cool, collected. It's not like go, 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 go. Um, so I liked that energy. And then I remember it was like the last shot of the day, we all just kind of packed up and left and did our own thing, went back to the trailers, and it just was, I don't, it just kind of lingered like this like feeling of, okay, we're making something really cool and eerie here. Like it just resonated a lot with us. That makes any sense.
Does a lot. It does make like makes tons of sense. I mean, for me, just being an audience member watching a movie, I can even I'm not on set, with you guys, but I can feel the energy coming through the
Good.
screen.
Nice.
And it's like you see the foreshadowing, the foreboding, and you're like, oh shit, something's gonna happen, and you just know but yet I was still caught by surprise. I
Hmm.
mean, oh, Jesus, I'm still trying to like I should have watched it again last night. Now I can't stop thinking about it. It's
It's
just,
funny because I wasn't there when they were shooting her in her house when she gets the first letter and then she sees
mm,
something outside. I wasn't there for the filming of that. I was doing some other stuff. But watching it, even though I read the script, but even watching it, I was literally on the edge of my feet. And I already knew what was gonna roughly happen. Even though like things change in the editing room, I was very much sweating. Let's just say that because I didn't know if they were going to change something. And it's not so much that I wasn't paying attention and just like relaxing, breathing and watching the film. I genuinely felt nervous for what was going to happen. She had the envelope there. She was looking outside and just the way Oz shoots, it's disturbing in a way because you feel like watching, you're watching Micah, but also from the like quote unquote the villain's POV, but also from her POV, you're in a secure place because you're inside. Just the way he blended the two, it was done in a beautiful way. I really liked it. It made me feel uncomfortable. When you feel that way, something's working.
yeah. And also, I watching the movie, I picked up some and it's like some vibes for the Conjuring, those kind of vibes as well.
Mm.
Even though there's the Easter egg in it too for the Conjuring, it's the Annabelle doll. I don't know if you ever noticed that or not, but there's the Annabelle doll in the movie. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! And now I know why I feel like I'm getting these vibes, because they was put there. I was put there for like on purpose, intentionally. It was just just hey, I went to the store, bought a doll, and just put it on set. So I don't know. Um,
Yeah, I don't know what that's
it's
about.
just-
I know online on Reddit, and I kept getting people messaging me things, hey, is this represent this? Hey, does this represent this? It's like I have no clue. That is an Oz question. I didn't write it. I have no clue. But it's just interesting the conversations people had with the whole Annabelle, with the doll and Conjuring and is that an Easter egg? Is that this? I don't know. I stay out of it.
there's also a fan theory going on online about Nicolas Cage's character, which I'm probably gonna get to in a minute. You probably heard about it too. The multiple fan theories about this movie. Um, but the one about Nicolas Cage is that the reason why when he's angry he screams like
Hmm.
please, like he used to be a pop star singer, and that's why his character used to be a pop star singer. That's why he talks like that.
Oh.
So yeah,
I haven't heard that one yet. That's a new one.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if
So
I'm with
it,
that, but okay. It's an idea. Sure.
but he used to be a pop star singer, and he sold his soul to the devil in order to become rich and famous. So, and all of a sudden now he's doing all these tasks for the devil. It's like, okay, the devil's like, okay, well, in order to become rich and famous, you got to make these dolls for me, put these little silver orbs inside the heads for me, and I'll take care of the rest. That's what I've read. I'm not sure if it's true or not.
Who came
I
up
mean,
with that? Like who, where, what? Okay. All right. Fair
yeah,
enough.
you were surprised where these theories come from. It's because I had to read all these theories before I got on with you today, and I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. Some of them are wild. Yeah. I heard someone or somebody sent me something. It was a Reddit one as well, which I love Reddit because it's non-biased and you don't know who's on there. So people just go, whatever sticks kind of thing. But they're talking about the camera family and they're like, oh, they should do another one with the camera family, but showing the backstory. And I was like, guys, just let it be. Just leave it. I love working, but at the same time, just let it be. Let it, people are trying to dive more into this. Does this
Yeah,
represent this? I have no, I think whatever you want it to be, sure. Whatever you think it up in your head, sure.
whatever makes you, well, no, whatever blows your hair back, man. Just go for it,
Totally.
dude.
100%. 100%.
If you help you sleep better at night, go for it, man.
Do it. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I want to know. Of course, I can tell by watching this movie. There's lots of challenges. And I didn't know if this movie had posed any challenges for you as per se as your character or personally, if you want to talk about that. I mean, what was your biggest challenge making this movie?
Oh, biggest challenge. That's a great question. I would probably say, well, there's like, emotional challenges, obviously, with the character that I had. And then there's like physical challenges because I was also, what I say, double dipping. I was playing mother camera, doing my own stunts, and then I was also stunt doubling Micah. So I was trying to do both, which worked. But there was a day where I had to be mother camera, shoot some stuff, bolt over to like another unit, drive for Micah in those scenes where she's screaming, the back stuff, and then the car was like working, half not working, going back to the other sets, doing doing the mother camera like insert stuff. I wouldn't say that's challenging, but it's just you got to like be quick and you got to make you got to move her feet on the days like that. Um, but in terms of emotional challenges, it's interesting when you have a character that doesn't have a lot of dialogue and you have to show don't tell kind of thing, but have the audience see where you're coming from just visuals with your face. Sometimes that's not saying something, sometimes that is, but with the minimal amount of dialogue that I had, I feel like I had to really open up and let the audience see who she was for them to understand and, have sympathy for her.
Right.
She had like a
Right.
scar lot, like just understanding who she was with, obviously there's some voiceover stuff over top, but just, just yeah, just being vulnerable and really just showing who she was and what she was missing out on in life, especially with the whole bedroom scene, like just trying to um, really help explore who she is and let the audience see that in a touching way, but raw at the same time. Like I feel like I was trying to connect with her on that level when she's stabbing the doll and it's all of her emotions and everything she's not happy with and she's frustrated and she's angry and there's this torment, you know this mindset where she's bouncing back and forth and also she's being controlled too, and this doll represents so much more than just a doll, and it's interesting just trying to just let yourself go and just kind of get in there and just go to raw places, really awkward raw places. Yeah.
The doll with the yellow eyes. Jesus Christ, that's another thing that really got me freaked out, man. I mean, if it's two things that I hate in the horror community is the devil and dolls. I mean, those two together in this movie, I was like, I had to pause it a couple times
Why do you
just to
hate
take
why
a.
do you hate those two so much?
Well, first of all, it incorporates in a lot of horror movies like The Conjuring, this one, and a bunch of other movies like I don't know anything with dolls and possessions. It's just no, none. Annabelle, for fuck's sake, I will not watch Annabelle. It's not
Oh,
going to
because
happen.
it's creepy to you or because you don't believe it?
Yes, it's both. And I don't
Gotcha.
want to believe in that kind of stuff because I don't want to manifest that kind of stuff through the universe
I
and
hear
for it to
you.
come into my house. I don't
Yeah.
need that stuff in my house.
But you want to watch it, so you want to be stimulated by it, but not
Yeah,
but not bring it into you.
yeah, I don't want to invite it into my
Or
circle or my
yeah,
universe.
yeah,
So I'm
I
like,
hear
I'm
you.
done. So I'm done. I mean, but I had to watch this movie because I like Nicolas Cage and I like you. You're a good actress as well.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I mean,
I'll take that.
so I definitely had to watch this movie. Um, so if you, I'm a question I have to ask: if you could flip the script and act any other character in the movie, who would it be and why?
Oh, great question. Um, Probably Micah's boss. What's his name? What's the gentleman's name? I'm having a brain fart. Anyways, your boss. I really liked I liked his character. I
Hold up, I'm gonna
liked,
look up real quick.
yeah, oh, I can't remember his name. But his back and forth. with his wife and his daughter. I really
Blair
it
Underwood.
was Blair, that's his name. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Agent
Um,
Carter.
yeah, Carter.
Yeah,
Blair, he just when he sits down with his wife, Carmel, on the couch there, just his sternness, yeah, he's trying to hide something, but also not because he is kind of possessed. I don't know. It was a wild ride in like 5 seconds. He just did this whole circle. But how I don't know, I kind of connected to that, to his character. I thought that would be a fun one to play for sure. Yeah.
interesting answer.
hmm
Um,
What would you play if you were to play one? Who would you play?
Definitely Alicia Whitty's
Character.
character. I
Yeah.
think she had the most fun.
Yeah. That's a
Um,
wild character.
yeah. What's her name? Ruth Harker. Ruth. Yeah. So, I think she had the most fun. I mean, she did the most goriest crap I've ever seen on screen before. I mean,
We shot some scenes um that weren't in the film that were basically a continuation of when she shot the doll in the backyard. We shot some stuff after that. That was just wow. Alicia, she's a powerhouse. She's an amazing actress. To see her go from Hallmark to Supernatural to this, her range is so
yeah.
impressive. Very impressive.
So,
Yeah.
we've got a few minutes left, and I want to know which scene is your favorite scene in the movie.
I'm not in it. Actually, I'm not in a lot of these scenes because I was only in it for a small blip, but I actually just love the scene of him driving, Nick screaming and crying and asking for his mommy and daddy. It's just so you don't expect it at
Yeah.
all. It comes out of nowhere and it's terrifying seeing the villain act like a child, craving their parents in a vulnerable state, yet they've done horrific acts. It's like they're polar opposites, and it just makes you feel very uncomfortable. You don't know where you stand, whether you have sympathy towards them or you want to castrate them. So it's that was a really cool, by cool, I mean, that was a very interesting scene that I gravitated toward. I could watch again because it made me feel something. Um, Another scene, oh God. Yeah, I think I call it the hunt, but the scene of when she's in the cabin, she first gets the birthday card. I love that whole cat and mouse kind of game. It was great. The tension was amazing. Um, the scenery of it was beautiful. It was shot in a beautiful way. I just love the wood and the aspect, like the Pacific Northwest kind of look of it, the eeriness, the lighting, the ferns, the texture inside the house, her pacing of it all, not understanding where she got this card from. Is he behind her? That whole, the shooting
Yeah.
of where she was standing, the placement, is that somebody behind? The tension, it was great. I loved it. I thought it was great. Yeah.
I would love to see a origin story of Longlegs. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
How it all
Okay.
started. That like a prequel to this movie.
Yeah.
So 3 minutes left. So what's next for you? Anything exciting coming up you want to talk about?
I actually I shot last year that is gonna be coming out soon. A show called Invasion. It's an Apple show, so we shot season 3. So that's gonna be released later on this year. That I'm really excited about. Um, yeah, so that's a really it's a cool show. It's aliens landing. It's very opposite of this of Long Legs.
A lot
Um,
lighter.
aliens landing on Earth and trying to mix in. And anyways, it's called Invasion, season 3. It's on Apple TV. So I'm very excited about that. And that comes out later on. I want to say late summer. So I'm pumped for that. Yeah, it's just something I'm really, really thrilled about.
Awesome. So I'm definitely gonna say that in the description of the video, so people can look out for that. I'm also gonna try to help them gravitate towards this movie, which is on Hulu right now. It's streaming Hulu. And if you do happen to watch it, people, be prepared to have your mind blown, literally, because it's
Mhm.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, it's all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do
Thank you.
appreciate
Thanks for
it.
having me. This is great, Ben.
Absolutely, the honor and pleasure is all mine. I'm a huge fan of your work, and
Oh,
I'm glad I
great.
got to
Thank
sit down and
you.
talk to you about this.
Yes, and
Um,
I love what's behind you. It's beautifully curated. I hope your
you,
audience can see. You need to have a photo because it's amazing. It's great.
but you can thank my wife. She decorated it for me. So I have no eyeball for talent. I have no talent for decorating. She did it all for me. So
Well, it looks
if,
great.
if she wanted me to do it, shit would just be everywhere. Like
This is a mess.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the gifted, the talented, the wonderful, the beautiful Lisa Chandler, who plays Mother Camera in the hit movie Longlegs. Check it out now, streaming on Hulu. You will not be disappointed, and be prepared to be sitting on the edge of your seat the entire time because I did. Um, and
Thank you.
I wish you nothing but the best of luck in your future and career, and I will definitely see you more on the big screen.
Definitely. Thanks, Ben. This is fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank you,
much.
Lisa.
Okay.